This is a Digibee DB800 by Paul C. Buff to be exact. I honestly think that this is potentially the most underrated flash unit on the market today, and I'm going to break it down for you and give you my feedback on this unit now that I've had a few months to put it through its paces. Stay tuned. Hey gang, my name is Joe Uddleman, and my mission is to help photographers like you to develop a solid understanding of the hows and whys behind great photography so that you can achieve your goals as a photographer. This Digibee DB800 has been on the market for just about a year now, and I'll admit that I just started using them about 2 months ago, so I was a little late to the party. Now before we get too far into this flash, let me be upfront about a few things. This is a bare bones flash unit. No TTL, no high-speed sync. It won't do the thinking for you. It is well built, extremely small for a studio strobe, which makes it very portable, and it doubles as a video light, which makes it multi-purposed since its bright LED modeling light is a great tool to get small pupils and more color in your portrait subject's eyes. Also, it's worth mentioning that I'm not being paid to talk about this strobe. I own 7 of them, all of which I paid for. That said, if you folks at Paul C. Buff happen to see this video, feel free to throw some love my way, okay? So there are actually 2 Digibees, the DB400 and the DB800. The DB400 is a 160 watt second strobe that sells for $309.95. And the DB800 is a 320 watt second strobe that sells for $349.95. So let's see. Double the power for $40. The only strobe that we need to talk about is the DB800. You can see that this Digibee measures just 5.2 inches from front to back and is 4.75 inches square. It weighs just 2.9 pounds. The Digibee has a 7-stop power range from 5 watt seconds to 320 watt seconds at full power. Recycle time is 1 second at full power and just half a second at half power. Paul C. Buff offers 2 different lithium battery options that will allow you to power the strobes and recycle in just 1 second at full power with their Vagabond VLX, or 2 seconds with the Vagabond Mini Lithium. The lithium batteries will provide approximately 1,000 full power flashes per charge with the DB800. The T1 flash duration for the DB800 is 1/975th of a second at full power. Now this means that you're not going to shoot milk drops with this strobe, but if you want to photograph people moving, it'll handle most scenarios easily, provided that you also understand how to photograph action. This flash tube is user replaceable and daylight balanced at 5600K. The DB800 fits stands up to 5/8 of an inch and will hold umbrellas with poles up to 3/8 of an inch, mounted directly on the top of the strobe. I've had umbrellas as big as 60 inches mounted on these with no stress. The DB800 is available in 4 colors, the basic black, and for the fashion conscious, there's blue and red, and for those of you who are afraid you'll lose track of your Digibee, there's the fluorescent lime green. It doesn't get much easier than a Digibee. The back of the strobe contains the power setting display as well as all of your controls for the flash. The cord that comes with the Digibee has an angled plug that allows you to place the unit close to a wall if necessary, without the plug getting in the way. The on and off switch is centrally located above the power cord. Adjusting the power is simple with these large triangular buttons that allow you to move up or down in 1/10 of a stop increments. So that's full power all the way down to 1/64th power. If you're in a hurry, just press and hold either button to cycle through the settings faster. The flash button allows you to turn off the flash so that you can use the unit with its 75 watt LED light as a constant light source. Now in case you're not up on LED speak, the 75 watt LED bulb is comparable to a 400 watt traditional light bulb. It also has a high CRI of 90, which simply put means good color. The modeling light button has 4 settings. You can use the modeling lamp at full power, you can have it tracked to mimic your flash output, you can adjust the power of the modeling light manually, or you can simply turn it off. The recycle button lets you set one or both of 2 recycle indicators. You can have the flash beep when the capacitor is charged and ready to fire, or have the modeling lamp turn off and then back on as a visual indicator that the flash is ready. And you have the option to use both indicators at the same time. The slave button allows you to toggle the slave on and off. The slave itself sits on top of the unit in this little white dome. The frequency and channel buttons allow you to change frequencies and channels if you're using the Paul C. Buff wireless CyberSync system. And the test button allows you to test fire the flash. On the underside of the unit is a sync port that allows you to use a mini plug sync cord to fire your strobe by wire or to attach a wireless trigger like a Pocket Wizard. On top of the strobe, in addition to the slave dome, you'll also find a port to plug in the CyberSync transceiver if you're going to use a wireless trigger from Paul C. Buff. These triggers are very reasonably priced at a fraction of the cost of Pocket Wizards. On the front of the strobe, you'll find the flash tube, the LED modeling lamp, and 4 fingers that hold speed rings to mount reflectors, softboxes, and other modifiers. Simply pinching the 2 wings on top of the strobe contracts the fingers, allows you to slip the modifier on, and then when you release the wings, your modifier is attached. I've used a 4-pound 60-inch Octodome on this unit with no wiggle or looseness. These fingers, they're solid. The Digibee arrives with a protective cover for the flash tube, a 15-foot power cord, and a 15-foot 1/8-inch to PC sync cord for those of you who still like to shoot wire to your strobe. What it doesn't come with is a reflector. The Paul C. Buff Alien Bees do come with reflectors, and since I've used them in the past, I was surprised when I opened my Digibee and found that there was no reflector. The standard 7-inch silver reflector sells for just $14.95. The company offers a full line of reflectors ranging from high output to wide angle, all of which fit the Digibee. Just in case you haven't figured it out already, with a 400-watt equivalent modeling light, the Digibee has a few bonus features that most studio strobes don't include. You can use the Digibee as a daylight balance light for video. Do understand that the units have fans in them, so if you're planning on using them for video, don't place them near microphones. The Digibee's modeling lamp is bright enough that in close quarters, you could shoot with the modeling lamps and avoid using the strobes, which can be very useful if you have subjects who are skittish from the flashing lights. If you want to get lots of color from your subject's eyes, dial up the power of the modeling lamp, which will cause your subject's pupils to contract and show more of the color from their iris. This is a much better solution than the frequently suggested idea of pointing a flashlight at your subject's eyes to contract the pupils, or even using a pre-flash. You could also use the Digibee's modeling lamp as a soft fill light against window light for some very sweet portrait arrangements. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Paul C. Buff also sells a Digibee carrying bag for less than $30 that holds up to 2 Digibees and has pockets for cords and remotes. These are great for taking your lighting gear out on location. So there you have it, the Paul C. Buff Digibee DB800. With a 2-year warranty, I sincerely feel that given its balance of features, quality, and price point, this is the most underrated studio strobe on the market today. It's also worth noting that Paul C. Buff is known for their outstanding customer service. And I hope you find this helpful. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss any videos. And until next time, go pick up that camera and shoot something, because your best shot, it's your next shot. So keep learning, keep thinking, and keep shooting. Adios.